Is there some kind of pattern or structure that you can use as a starting point for your story? There is. Some people call it the arc of a story, and different people explain it in different ways. Here is one way. A story is a journey, the beginning and an end. A journey that is centered around a struggle. It looks like this. In the beginning, we introduce the story problem as well as the characters and setting. In the middle, there is a series of actions where the character struggles with the story problem. The dips represent where a smaller question is raised and then it's answered, an unfolding detail. Near the end, the story reaches the climax, where the story problem finally reaches resolution. And at the very end is the story implication, the so what. Keep this idea of the story arc in mind as you develop your story. Over the course of the next few lessons, we will go through different sections of your story and you will put something together. By the time we are done, you will have the flow for the script of your first story. But we are going to cover the topics in a slightly different order than your final script. We will start with the very end. We will help you get clear on the implication of your story, the so what. What action are you trying to get from your audience? Second, we will help you develop the beginning of your story, starting with developing your story problem and how you can quickly introduce your character and the setting. We will also help you think about how you get your audience's attention in the very first few seconds. Third, we will help you think about the climax of your story. How does the problem finally get resolved near the end? And then after that, we will talk about the middle of your story, the supporting points that connect the beginning of the journey to the end, and how you continue to create tension and release tension to keep the audience's attention. What is the implication you're building towards? Everyone wants their story to be impactful, but how do you make sure your story is impactful? And how do you make sure the script for your story supports that? The key is something that may sound obvious. Focus on the action you want your audience to take. This is the so what, the main point. What you get at the end of your story. What do you want your audience to do after they hear your story? Write it down. Be as concrete and specific as possible. If you are unsure, brainstorm a list of things that you might want people to do. Write down everything that comes to your mind. And then after brainstorming, narrow it down. Give yourself at least 15 minutes to do this exercise.